Hi Libra, here is your ex-partner reading for the month of September 2017. The cards are already pre-shuffled and laid out. This is going to be the row for you. This will be for your ex-partner. Please keep in mind that the energies and messages can often go vice versa. Now, the first card you have up here is the Empress. It is Major Arcana. And it's a nice card, the Empress. The thing though is it can talk about pregnancy, okay? So maybe there are some of you, maybe just one of you, that are actually pregnant at the moment. But the thing with the Empress is she likes the conventional type of relationship. You know, she's not about one-night stands or friends with benefits, that type of thing. She likes the comfort and the security of being in a conventional type of relationship. Now, on your ex-partner's side, they've got the Seven of Wands. It can be a slightly difficult energy, this Seven of Wands. It is very possible that your ex-partner is maybe wanting to speak up, but is feeling unable to do so. Because the thing with this card, it's about trying to avoid conflict. So by trying to avoid conflict, they don't say anything. See, when it's in its upright, this man is, you know, he's obviously very determined, but he's standing his own ground and he's not backing down. When it's like this, you know, he's not standing his own ground here. He may very well want to speak up and say something, but is trying to avoid possibly further conflict and arguments. The next card that you've got here is the Seven of Cups. So we've got two sevens here. The thing with this card is that you need to be careful about getting caught up in fantasy here. You've got to deal with the reality of this situation. It's very much about getting your head out of the clouds here and making logical judgments, not giving in to lust or temptation. Because you could find yourself in a situation where maybe your ex-partner does try to contact you. And maybe, you know, talks the talk and makes these promises. But it may not actually be the reality of the situation. It may be as well that you are feeling slightly unclear about what it is that you really want. You may not be entirely sure how you're feeling about your ex-partner. And if some of you are pregnant, then there could be that temptation to maybe try to reconcile, to maybe try to fall back into this relationship because of your circumstances. But with that Seven of Cups, it is about you getting your head out of the clouds here. Not getting caught up in fantasizing and not allowing other people to give you almost a false sense of hope. Deal with the reality. And I think really, to me, it would be more about dealing with looking at the person's actions here rather than their words. Now, on their side, the ex-partner, we do have the Death card, Major Arcana. What this is telling me is that on some level, your ex-partner may be having some difficulty with accepting that this relationship is over at the moment. Because the Death card, as we know, is all about endings and change and transformation. And they may very well be struggling to come to terms with the fact that this relationship is over. But what I often feel with this card as well is that maybe there is major change that is needed here. And they may not be willing to make those changes. Because change quite often can take us out of our comfort zone. Or sometimes we can be in denial. And we can be in denial to the point that we don't think we're the ones that need to change. We think it's the other person or everybody else that needs to change. So there can be two aspects, I feel, with that card. Now, your outcome card is very good. You've got the Chariot. It's upright. Major Arcana. It's the victory card in the Major Arcana. It talks about forward movement here. But it talks about you being in the driving seat. You being in control here. I think as long as you don't allow yourself to get caught up in fantasizing or other people's fantasies, making sure that, like I said, you're looking at somebody's actions rather than their words, then you can get victory in this situation. You can be the one in control of that Chariot. And there can be this forward movement. Now, on your ex-partner's side, we do have the King of Cups. So look, for some of you, it's possible you may be involved with a water sign, a Scorpio, a Cancer, a Pisces. Not gender specific in these readings. If that's not the case, the King of Cups as a person, he, especially in the upright, he's emotionally well balanced. He's very caring, he's very loving, he's very giving. There can be this side to the King of Cups, though, that can be quite controlling, can be quite manipulative. For some of you, I have to say this, it is possible that maybe your ex-partner is going to meet a water sign in around the end of September. But I think that's going to be for a very small percentage here. what I feel is that you are wanting this relationship back. But like I said, it's about you not listening to any crap. See, if they are being in this Seven of Wands kind of energy where they're trying to avoid conflict, they may well be telling you things that they think you want to hear, because they're not able maybe to come to terms with the fact that this relationship has ended. But it's about you working out if what they are saying to you is indeed fact, or whether they're just trying to maybe manipulate the situation or trying to win you back around with their words. But either way, the outcome for the end of the month is positive. If that King of Cups, to me, that King of Cups is talking about your ex-partner's energy, whether they're a water sign or not. And we see them getting some balance in regards to their emotions. And also, the King of Cups is very good at being able to solve issues and problems. And we see victory there with you, and we see that Chariot that, as I said, talks about forward movement here. But I think, as I said, you've got to deal with the facts here and not get caught up with illusions and fantasy. And if for some of you, you feel that your ex-partner is not speaking up, then in order for this to move forward, that's what's going to be needed. And it doesn't have to be done, you know, in an argument. But I don't think they've entirely accepted that this relationship has come to an end. So I think for some of you here, there is certainly a possibility of some forward movement between you both. But it is about dealing with the facts here. And somebody, if it's not your ex-partner, then you, because the messages can go vice versa, either one of you speaking up. Okay, Libra, that does bring this reading to a close. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Thank you so much for all your likes and shares and for subscribing. And I'll be back real soon with your love reading. Thank you. Bye.